Hey guys, welcome back to the Farmer and Sons Garage channel. Out in the garage tonight working on the Univic, the 1963 F100 that I dropped onto a 2001 Crown Victoria P71, and just doing up some finishing and just details to wrap it up. So on the back here, of course this is the Crown Victoria part that covers the rear suspension and the gas tank on the Crown Victoria, and I just left that complete piece the way it was and just cut out around it. Then cut the hole out in the bed, and I kept the bed floor as I talked about in the previous videos. And what I have done is taken pieces of the bed floor, cut those out, and then grind them and work those to fit, like in this hole on the side. I've got that made to fit right in there. Then on the top, to match up to the top of that and close that hole off that goes down through there, that little gap, this piece will fit into place and will go flush against the truck's inner fender tub there, and I'll be able to tack that into place. I've still got to grind those places down where they touch to give it a good surface to weld to. Then when I made my cut, you can see I got a little too far with the cutting wheel, so I have left this little tab to fit down in there, and then that piece of metal will fit into that hole, and I will tack it into place and weld it up. So I'm going to try to take my time here and not go crazy with the camera. So on the front, again, I've got a little gap that I'm trying to fill. So cut a piece of the bed floor, trimmed it down just with a little trial and error to get it to fit. So that's going to go down in here and will fit in to fill that hole, and I'll weld that into place. So I'm going to slowly work my way around here to the other side. So on this side, again, the hole that's created when you leave it like I did, and I wanted to match up like the flow of the bed floor as it originally was in the truck. I tried to cut a piece matching up the way that's shaped, so that when your eyes are looking at it, you know, once this is done, it'll blend in and look like it was supposed to be that way, kinda. So that will tuck into this hole and fill that up once I tack it in and weld it up. Then I've got a piece cut to fit exactly on top, and excuse me, let me move the camera for you. Switch hands here, where that will go into place there, and I will tack it into place. So once that's done, I'm going to try to line these up so you can see what I did. To make that look right, I kind of did that little number so that when those go together and I weld them up and, you know, grind them up and smooth them up, that'll look like it was meant to be, kind of. And then the hole at the bottom, I've cut that piece to go in there so I can weld it up. Then I'll move to the front. And if you can see that there, that's my little joke. I took one of these cold air intake filters and stuck over my gas nozzle, or my gas filler. You can see it inside there. I have to take that off when I want to fill it up. But that's kind of a cool conversation starter. Like, people go, what on earth is that? So that's kind of my little joke that I put that on there. Then up front, I've cut another long slender piece and then ground it down to fill this gap. And again, I've got to grind this off a little bit to give me a surface to weld to. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to just tack those into place, and then I'll come back once I've got them tacked, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I want to show a little bit of progress here. So try to put my light right on it so you can see I've tacked in a few things. I'll try to hopefully show you the angle of that to where you can see where I'm closing the hole off and filling that in and smoothing it up to where it's level and smooth both ways and blends in. Once I get done with this, I may paint the whole entire bed either with bed liner or like the factory matching color for this truck. Maybe try to patina it a little bit when I do it. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish up all the other little pieces, tack those in and weld those up, and then I'll come back when I'm finished and show you guys the finished product. But anyway, so I'm showing you how I started with cutting out the pieces, how they're fitting in. You can see I've started to tack that one at the bottom. tacked that one in up through there and started tacking that one in. So I'll finish that off and come back and show you once I'm done. So this is kind of what we're going to call the finished product here. As you can see, I've got it welded in, and I just mixed up a little blue and white and kind of blended it up enough just to rub over it with a little paintbrush just to seal it off and give it some rust protection. I've still got to clean that up. I've still got some residue and stuff there from the welder. And then over here, I welded that piece in, and I really haven't painted over it yet. And then up front, try not to get you too dizzy here spinning it around. I welded that one. I've still got to grind that down. And then on the other side, I sealed that hole off with that little sliver that I cut and fixed. So that's pretty much got the bed finally completely sealed off, and all the holes filled. I'm going to, of course, paint over all this. I think I'm going to go with rhino lining kind of over top of all of it, just to kind of get it all to match and blend together. That's pretty much got that part of that done. I'll come back in a minute and finish up. Okay, so I normally end my videos with a Bible verse, but today I'm going to end you with some little notes I had taken when I was going to do a devotional for the David versus Goliath story. I made these little notes, and I thought this was really fitting. It says, people will question your motives when you're going to do something that seems outrageous or something that they don't feel like they can do. They'll wonder why you want to do that. They'll doubt your abilities. They'll tell you that you can't. And just like, you know, me, when I was going to do this project and switch this truck over, cut it up and drop it down on a Crown Vic and do the full frame swap, there was people that said, man, there's no way you can do that in your garage. There's no way you have the ability to do that, or the talent to do that, or the right tools to do that. They'll throw up all these reasons of why they think you can't. And then, just like they did with David versus Goliath, that, you know, they said he was too small, that he didn't have enough, he wasn't, you know, a soldier, didn't have fighting experience, was too small, too young, etc. And they'll try to tell you how to do it their way, which was like Saul wanted to give David his suit of armor so that he would be prepared or protected with it, and of course it didn't fit him. And the enemy will put you down, just like Goliath put David down and insulted him, and he had insulted all of the others that would come against him. But anyway, don't let other people put you down. Don't let other people tell you that you can't do something. Of course, the Bible says we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. So that's how I'm going to finish off this one. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Like, subscribe, give me a comment every now and then, good or bad, and hopefully you enjoy this. I've got a video coming up. I'm doing a little bit of work on my 46 coupe, so I will pan out and show you that. I've got it sitting over there, and I'm getting ready to do some work on this. Excuse the clutter in the garage. I've moved some stuff around in here and cleared some stuff out, but I've still got, of course, like most people, some clutter. But anyway, that's how we'll finish this video, and we'll see you next time. Be blessed and be a blessing.